Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode with Shadow Wara on Forza Horizon 3, competing in a cross-country race with a bunch of Holden Utes vehicles, notorious for tumbling over. And sure enough, as these three cross the jump, it is three identical rolls, and in fact the vehicle behind them also does in exactly the same tumble. Well done, guys, for the synchronized tumbling off of a cliff. Gears 571 on the crew is trying to get away from the police. However, the FailRace Police Department are deploying new things. These water butts turn out to be big problems for the Corps. You don't really need the police force to do too much, really, sometimes. So sometimes just the natural road scenery will do the job. Corvette does eventually get free. Cruel World on Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 goes for a big old tumble. Now, we have seen a fair few rolls from cars bouncing off walls, etc. at the test track. However, this particular one has managed to fly out of said test track and surprisingly not fallen through the floor. There is more than I expected in the way of, well, stuff out here. You could kind of fall out of some of the other test areas in previous car mechanics simulators, but it drives around for a bit and it actually goes surprisingly far. Yeah, trees, there's actually collisions to the trees. Trees are sticking through this road, but there is more to it than I was expecting. I kind of wonder if perhaps initially the plan was to have free roaming areas, but that was cut. It's a very bumpy road, mind, but still, there was a surprising amount of terrain to explore outside of the test track. As we see the trees don't have collisions. Yeah, perhaps there was initially plans to have free roaming area. Maybe it'll come in the future. Zombie Gent on a TraLS FUSION gets first big jump landing okay, second not quite so much. That was too steep for an angle into the ground, and now the bike has gone all wibbly and wobbly and jellified, and probably not the most comfortable place to be on that bike at this particular moment in time. It's not going to be going anywhere. He bails out, and the rider doesn't really get flung anywhere. The wheels fall off from that. The frame of the bike just got wedged in the floor, and the rest of it doesn't really know what to do. Somehow bailing out as the rider makes all of the wheels fall off, for whatever reason. Car of Doom on Need for Speed Underground 2. Now, you would expect in a battle between a Cadillac Escalade and a Ford, in terms of strength, the Focus would come off second best. In Underground, though, that is not the case at all. It is the Escalade that gets, well, tipped over. I'm not sure if it's the player in the Cadillac or in the Ford, but turns out the Focuses can go underneath the Cadillac and deposit it onto his roof. Neon UFO, also in Underground 2, has finished a race, coming home in second place. Apparently, that wasn't good enough for his car that is now trying to hide its way through the floor. Now, I seem to remember there being hydraulics in Underground 2. This isn't quite how they are supposed to work. And with the one last hurrah, it's off. It's gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, car. Toya GT1 on Just Cause 3 is messing around with a bridge, as you would do, not really paying attention to the AI traffic, who aren't really paying attention to one another, as a fender bender from the pickup, well, what would normally be a fender bender, leaves a random car going for a flip. They all just carry on like nothing's happened as well. Car's perfectly fine to carry on after all of that. As you do. Harry Brown and GT on Race 07 with some Super Touring cars having issues at Brands Hatch. That was a really, really big crash. Really big crash for the Volvo, but the Volvo not the only one, as Peugeot is over. I think there's a Ford, and Nissan has gone for a tumble, Honda's gone, Audi's gone, another Nissan's gone for a tumble, a couple of the Renaults got very close. Not quite a roll trade going on here, however, a good number of cars gone for a big choose. A couple of Mazdas actually got very, very close for a roll. I'm going to have to find the Super Touring mod, looks brilliant, especially do this sort of thing. Yeah, there's some real violent rolls as well around that. That's a dangerous corner. Speaking of dangerous corners and rolls, L Warrior on F1 Challenge 99 to 2002 gets a bit of a spin, and that's enough to upset his Jordan. It's a big flick around and a twist, and it will eventually come to a halt. Yeah, not ideal going around a corner to have that happen. Black and Red 81, Toca Race Driver 3, also having issues. Big airtime across a crest in Bahrain. Bahrain amazingly comes out actually having gained a position from all of that. Gets fired massively off track over the crest. I think he damaged his front wing, which might have meant the car didn't have the downforce to deal with the crest. Either way, gets huge airtime, but rejoins the track ahead of the cars he was racing. Drex125 on Auto Blister leaves it a little bit too late to pull out of the slipstream of the car ahead, loses his front wing. It's a big takeoff. Unfortunately, that takeoff was right underneath a bridge, and that's a nasty crash. Nasty crash for the poor kart vehicle. Yeah. You don't want to be doing that near a bridge. We finish off on a GTA 5. Death Adder F for the win, finding a FailRace police department with another new tactic. Apparently, hungry wheels on their police car. Does a good job of getting rid of people. Valkyne Scream is trying to land a plane on the roof of a building, as you do. We've all tried it at some point. It doesn't quite get it right. It's a little bit too low. On the way in, the plane managing to come to a rest upside down on its nose. However, as he climbs out, gravity gets a little bit confused as to what to do. I mean, there's... yeah, I'm sure that's how gravity works, really. And finally, Stinty Boy 500 with the examples of how not to deal with AFK people. Having got rid of Green Team, he's trying to get rid of the last purple vehicle that is not there. However, beaches the Brawler on top before slowly rolling backwards. And as they go over the kind of the bumps and the rocks, it is him that comes out worse and will lose the match to an AFK Dune buggy. Well done. That's just well done indeed. That, though, is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via our forums. There will be a link in the description. Very top of the page is the FailRace clip submission section, and there you can find all of the rules and how to submit them. However, that's going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.